The weather today is not nice enough to film a video. Yes, it's beautiful and sunny, look at how picturesque it is, but it is extremely windy. So unfortunately we're in the car again today. However, I think the quality of the video and the topic may hopefully make up for the lack of scenery. I want to talk today about a few things. Cash and card, point and reward. What do I mean by that? Because that sounds like a load of nonsense to jump straight into a video. Trust me though, there is something in common here, right? Cash or card? I'm going to start on that subject. Most of the people that I know at the minute pay by card all the time. And paying by card is a convenient thing. When you pay by cash, and I do this quite a bit so I do know it, you pay by cash, it's very, very difficult to get everything kind of set up. You've got to bring out maybe a couple of banknotes, some coins, and then when you spend a fraction of your cash, you're going to have a pocket full of change, which is heavy, weighty, and then you've got to count it all up. The bank card negates any of that sort of stuff. You're straight into, well, getting what you want. Simply just tap it and you're good to go. Whilst I could probably sit here for a while and talk about the benefits of spending by card, I've already made a video where I spoke about both sides of it. The added convenience, I think, isn't something that comes for free. A big effect of spending by card is the fact that you don't realise that your money's disappearing as fast as it is, and normally it does go quite quickly. The point of that is quite simple. The point of that is you end up spending a lot more money than you think because you don't realise that you're actually spending. Now, with that being said, card payments, not just for convenience, are actually incentivised in a number of ways. So you might have cashback, which is basically, well, I think is quite obvious, and other schemes like that basically. Whether it's savings accounts where you can spend your money, perhaps even on a card, you don't even have to transfer it out of the saving account, just spend on that card, and then you get a higher interest rate. There's loads of benefits to it, right? And certain banks, you get other privileges, like you can shop in this place for a discount and all this sort of stuff when you spend by card. The other positive of spending by card is, like I say, the convenience. And I know that I've just outlined 2 points about the card, and I want to bring this back to data and rewards and all that sort of stuff, right? Sign up with your email and get a 15% bonus. It sounds like I'm talking about two very different subjects there, but the same result is true. There's a large incentive at the minute to sell our data, or actually a lot of the time give it away for free. We think that we're getting a decent deal. Sometimes we are, but are we getting what we really want? What I'm saying here is this, and people may agree, people may not. This is just the way I see things, right? We're giving away a lot of valuable data to companies. The incentive is you might get cash back. The incentive is you might get a discount, you might get some sort of loyalty. And it's like, when we think about the products in question, let's say, in the moment, it's like, well, yeah, of course I want 10% off of this item. Of course I want to get cash back. Of course, any of these different subjects that we can talk about, right? You're obviously going to say yeah in the short term. Now, I've spoken about this subject a lot on the channel too, but it's like big business, right? In the modern day, right now, brand loyalty appears to be going, care for customers appears to be going, all this sort of stuff. If we can acknowledge that, which I think most people can, and if we can acknowledge that we are incentivized to offer our data for what appears to be a reward, but then again, it's very little reward, we come to one conclusion. It's like, okay, so we're giving away our data for next to nothing, because by the way, guys, let's just talk email, for example. That little free email that you create for free, you think you're getting a great deal for 10% off your product. Do you know how much marketing can be done to you off that? And all sorts of stuff that comes alongside that. You could end up spending significantly more with a brand just because you signed your email up. That's why they do it. But what I'm saying is we give all of our data away to companies, to people that we already know are unscrupulous, that we already know don't really care, don't really think about our best interests, and we don't seem to have a problem with that in society. I don't know why. I think it's because we are, as humans, for the most part, short-termist. It's in our nature, right? We care about the today, the here and now. And when presented with a seemingly decent deal, it's the option that you're going to go for. But actually, it does not present the rewards that I think a lot of people think it does. I'm not going to say that it doesn't give you the discounts. Of course it does. But what I'm saying is we're giving away so much of our data and we're not questioning it at all. This is one of these videos where I'm not necessarily going to say there's a point to what I'm saying, because what we're going to do about it, I don't know. But I think both with a cash and card analogy, as in if you spend by cash, you control your cash a bit better. If you spend by card, you're kind of at the peril of big banks. I think another one that I gave was the example, well, I know it was because I'm filming it now. The example was the emails and stuff like that, right? You're selling out your emails for marketing purposes and other reasons, and you're not getting much in terms of rewards back. And all I'm saying is this. Today, data is very valuable. Marketing data, all sorts of data. People say that data is more valuable than gold, and of course it can be. If you sell people the right products, you can make an awful lot of money. What is it that I'm trying to say here? Because sometimes I go in these rants and I don't always end up with a point that I try to make, but I think this one's fairly clear, I hope. The point is this. Due to the short-termist nature of people, due to the fact that the incentives are there for companies, we think that selling our email for a 20% discount or something like that is a great deal. But we don't really think in detail about who we're giving this data to. What we do about this, like I say, it's one of these subjects I can't be entirely sure. I think step one, and half of my videos are like this, right? It's just an open discussion. I don't actually have an answer to this. It's very up to you guys to decide. But on a topic like this, I just want to bring awareness to it. And what I'm saying is, in a world where we know that big businesses do not care, we seem to give them more control than ever. Your data is very valuable, and that's why companies want it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't give it to them, but I'm saying that you should be aware of where it goes. I just think it's ridiculous that no one ever thinks about it. We're being fooled. We're giving away all of our information for little things, small benefits, little reductions in prices, a 2% savings increase, stuff like that. I'm not saying that it's not stuff that doesn't help us in the here and now, because it does. But also, on the same note, we are valuable. We have value that companies want to extract. And a lot of people take the easy bait. Whether that's right or wrong, you guys can let me know in the comments. In some of these videos, I just share an opinion. In some of these videos, I share what I think the solution is. This is one of these ones. It's just my opinion on things. It's just what I've been thinking for the last few days. That's all my channel is, right? Whether people like that or not, I don't know. I think if I'm going to make the content that I want to make, I've got to stay true to the content that I enjoy. And that is what it's always been in regards to this section of the channel, is sharing my views. People give all of the data away to big business, big banks, big corporations, the ones that don't care, and they do it so easily. They don't realise how valuable the stuff that they're giving away is. Do you want to sell that for yourself? There are companies that do facilitate that. Or do you just not want them to have it? But I'm just saying, next time you see that 20% off when you add email, next time when you see that, 2% extra if you join our bank or stuff like that, whether that's something you want to still sign up to or not, none of my business. But maybe have a think about why they're doing this, right? Many big businesses, I'm not saying all, maybe there's some out there that still do care, but many big businesses, they're not doing it in the interest. They're not in the genuine interest of the likes of a me or a you. They're doing it in the hopes of making more money off you. Because that's all that these big companies seem to be about nowadays. It's about seeing how much money they can make from as many people as they can, seeing how much they can extract from every single customer. That's all I'd say on the matter. So thank you for watching this one. That's all I have to say. And I hope I'll see you soon. Goodbye for now, and see you.